Welcome to this week on Let's Fix Her Up. I am your host, Mike Jameson, and it's October as we're shooting this, and I know I get people that say repeats and everything. You might see this during a snowstorm too. But we're here at DNR's Automotive. October is definitely car care month, and there's a lot of things you want to do as we get ready for some great weather that we're supposed to be getting here in the Toledo area. So we're going to be talking pulleys, belts, some things you just didn't even know, and life expectancies on some of these belts and things. We're going to be telling you about that. We're also going to be taking you out with Ronnie out to Gladieux Do It Best and talking about aeration. We're going to actually be aerating a lawn and show you how you have to do that. And also, little fun stuff. We went over to a classic car show, and my buddy Frank Komives has a 1965 GTO that is just perfect. And Frank's won a lot of awards with this, and we're going to kind of showcase some of the cars they had over there, some beautiful cars. They got car shows all over this area, and next summer we're going to be putting a new classic car show together that's going to air after our Lake Erie Port of Call show. So I'm going to be real busy next summer, and hopefully I'll get to drive one of these monsters. So hey, it's a monster show. Enjoy, and don't forget, Car Care Month right now, and we're going to tell you what you need to do to get your car ready. Well, October is Car Care Month, and we're here with Kathy Reichow. How are you doing, dear?
I'm good, Mike. I'm good.
I'll tell you, she has gotten me out of so much trouble, and I've had really good luck with the cars that I've gotten from you, especially in repairs and things like that too. But the one thing we wanted to talk about with this being Car Care Month is the fact that there's things you don't think about that you think just go forever, and they really don't, and hit them first,
Well, as I've said many times, that automotive car care and preventive maintenance is always less expensive than repairs.
Right.
The last thing we want to do is see it come in on the back of a tow truck.
Yeah, that's something I'm really good at, and it's because of these things like we're going to talk here about. Rubber doesn't last forever.
No, it doesn't, especially in Ohio. With the temperatures that we have, up and down temperatures, the rubber stretches, expands, contracts. So it has a life expectancy of about 5 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you want to think about is the things on your car that are made of rubber, and how old is my car. So anything 2011, definitely 2010, you need to start thinking about your hoses, your belts. Vehicles that are driven with a timing belt. Now you can't see that timing belt. It's underneath a cover, but basically that's what turns your engine over continuously. So
Sure.
If that thing breaks, it can do a lot of engine damage internally on your vehicle, and then it turns from basically a simple repair to a big expense. So we want to talk about that a little bit.
Well, and go right back to the timing belt. This is something that a lot of people, because they're keeping their cars longer and they have a lot of problems with that. I mean, are there any telltale signs that maybe things could be kind of going a little wrong with that belt?
Well, it's hidden, so it's difficult. So what we use for our gauges is we use mileage and we use age. So anything 60,000 miles to maybe 100,000 miles, if you haven't done a timing belt, that's something definitely needs to be addressed. And I have a little display here.
Yeah, you got...
Right. So this is your timing belt that drives your engine. Basically, well, if it goes like that, you have a problem. But anyways, there's a series of pulleys, tensioners, and also your water pump. We did a timing belt last week, and I have the gentleman's water pump right here, and he didn't realize it, but there was a telltale sign of water, the coolant leaking, because there's some corrosion there. So again, the timing belt you can't see, but go by age and mileage of the vehicle. Your serpentine belts you can see, and so that's very simple for us to check when they're starting to crack. And there you can visually see that the belt is cracking and is getting brittle, so it would not take much for that belt to just snap and break.
Now the serpentine belt is basically what what pulls the fan, what makes your compressors work for your air conditioning and things like that. And
Well, right, and these days most vehicles just have one big serpentine belt. So if that one belt breaks,
You're
you're on the back of a tow truck.
well, and this has always been a thing with me. I try to. You guys have the best parts that you can get. I mean, you don't put something on there that's substandard where maybe you're getting something that's coming out of China or whatever, and they all fit right and they all work right.
Well, yeah, they're very vehicle specific. Again, we provide a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty with all of our repairs and services. So we want to put something on your vehicle that's going to last 3 years, 36,000 miles,
Exactly.
so that we don't have problems, because when you have a problem, then it becomes our problem.
Exactly. Hoses. That's the other big thing. And I always thought that, like, for a radiator hose, if you can kind of squish it, it's probably time, right?
Well, that was one of the kind of old school
Sure.
way of thinking, but again, I have a radiator hose here. Now this is off of a 2010 vehicle. She's changing out all her hoses, so
Right.
this is just one of them. She has probably 12 different hoses on her car. But hoses wear from the inside out. So if it's real squishy, I mean, it's probably, yes, you need to do
You're
it
probably
immediately.
there, right.
But sometimes it's difficult to tell because, again, the rubber will wear from the inside out and it may not get to that point. But again, we use time and mileage, 100,000 miles, 5 years. It's time to do those kind of things on your vehicle.
Well, I think too that people, as you get into the winter months, they don't think about these things, and I am just so changing your antifreeze, making sure that you get that all clean, because I've taken a car apart and you pop the bottom hose and you dump it out and it's literally all rust water.
Right.
It's just ugh.
Exactly.
And people just don't realize. I mean, is this something you want to do every season?
Well,
I mean,
don't
in
think
a
you need to
real-
do it every season, but again, it's driving habits. How many miles do you put on your vehicle? What's the condition of it? We have different testers we can use to test how good the antifreeze is, not only for protected for the cold, but does it still have its lubricant
For the
capabilities
engines,
in there?
right?
Because again, if you look, you don't see your water pump, but inside that water pump there's a bearing, and the coolant is what lubricates that bearing.
Gotcha.
So again, the only way it's going to stay lubricated is if you have a good coolant inside there.
Okay, I've got another question for you here now. With obviously oil changes and the things that you want to do at the 3,000, 4,000 mile intervals and
Right.
things like that. And Kathy, I want to ask you a little bit about fuel filters. This is something that I know how hard it is to put a fuel pump on a car, and how easy it is to have you come in here and check the fuel filter and keep it going, because those fuel pumps are just terrible, nasty. Ugh, I get mad every time I think of it. You got to take the gas tank off. You got to this. You got to that. You got to drain the gas tank. And basically, if you took care of your fuel filter, you may not have a lot of problems.
Right. Well, the fuel filter usually is in line, so the lines get rusty. But again, if you come here or stay with the same shop all the time, they can monitor that. I've always said that it's like your doctor.
Sure.
You don't change doctors every time you need you need something
Dr.
different.
Kathy.
Right.
I like
Well,
that.
Anyways, so we can monitor that. How's the outside? Is it getting rusty? When was the last time it was serviced?
Sure,
Things
sure.
like that. Mileage intervals. Your driving habits. All those things. That's what we're here for. Again, to keep track of your maintenance and what you're due for. And we do make it easy on you. I mean, we have 18 courtesy cars.
Yes.
So if you're over 21 and you have full coverage insurance, you can drop your car off and jump in one of ours and never miss a beat.
Well, see, I'm just going to do that. You got that old Cadillac out there. I don't think that's probably one of your courtesy cars. Although, it's a beauty out here. You got a lot of cars for sale, and as we wrap up here, as we're sitting in your area, you've got all these tires, and that's probably a good thing to talk about as we wrap it up.
Well, tires, that's what holds you to the ground.
Yes.
So tires meet the pavement, and we started this episode talking about rubber, so I did bring in an old tire just to kind of show you what 5 years can do to the rubber on a tire. So if you look down in between the tread, now it looks like it still has some tread
it's a pretty
left.
good tire, looks like.
However, when you look closer, all the rubber in between is dry rotting. It's starting to separate right there on the edge. So you get on the highway, 65, 75, if you're in Michigan, 80 miles an hour.
Right.
You know, this is not the kind of tire you want to be transporting your family in.
Yeah, it's definite. That is definite. So you figure 4 to 5 years, and depending on mileage then too, and you're keeping track of that because you're full service here, and you,
Right.
you keep track of your mileage and stuff. And it's just really a good idea. Come in here, talk to Kathy, talk to Dan, talk to all the great people here, and they do a wonderful job right over here on Navarre Avenue. And hey, if they have to work on your car, they got a courtesy car for you.
Courtesy
Just can't
cars.
have the Cadillac.
And I like to end on a little kind of a comical note. We had this little brake rotor come in last week.
You're doing this because of me.
I just want to say, don't let this happen to you. Now, obviously, they drove it beyond the point of no return, but they had to have been hearing some god-awful noises.
Well, isn't that a full?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It was completely gone. The flat surface was completely gone, and they drove through the fins.
Oh,
So,
oh my goodness.
you know, preventive maintenance
Yes.
saves money.
And I know you have some plans, and the one thing I just think is so cool about what you guys do because of your emails and the way you have your email setups and that you remind people on things. And that just shows that you really care about what's going on in this area, and personally, not with the business or any DJ or anything, just personally, you've taken very good care of me.
Thank you.
And you see me with my sad face when I walk
I
in
know.
here, and she can't say no. She can't say no. But seriously, Dan R's Automotive, and get those cars ready. And I know you got specials and everything for the
We always have specials, and according to the Farmer's Almanac, I know
I don't want to
it's
hear
going
this.
to be very cold and lots of snow, so we'll see if they're right.
Well, get yourself out here to Dan R's, and they'll take care of your car, and it's a lot of fun too. And you can look at all the memorabilia they have, and not to mention you get to sit in here and talk with these wonderful people.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Dan R's Automotive Service Center, 4041 Navarre Avenue, has been servicing the area since 1981 for all your automotive service needs. Dan R's Automotive Service Center, world-class service, hometown people. 419-693-6141. Mike Jameson and Jameson's Mobile Music would like to talk to you about your entertainment needs for your upcoming wedding or special event. For over 25 years, Mike has made wonderful memories, one event at a time. Professional sound and lighting and video for your special event. Call us today for an affordable package for your special day. 419-514-1302. Jameson's Mobile Music and Video.
How's it going? That's right, it's me, the Eagle. Symbol of life, liberty, and the American dream. You know, get a job, get a mortgage, get a home of your own. And how do you find the right mortgage? Don't look at me, I'm an Eagle. But the fine citizens at First Federal Bank can help. They make it easy to find the mortgage that's perfect for you. And they're with you every step of the way. Well, I'm off. I still have some majestic perching to do.
Anything Under the Sun Lawn Care and Excavating is your one-stop shop for all your concrete needs. Whether a patio install to a driveway, anything under the sun lawn care and excavating can help with your projects. Steve Vinn and his professional staff can help you with your design and get the job done right. Sidewalk installations and large room additions, give them a call today at 419-266-0797. Locally owned and years of professional excavating and concrete work. Anything under the sun, lawn care and excavating.
Do you ever drive around the neighborhoods just to look at the houses? I like spotting the ones that have been around the longest because they remind me of the amazing legacy I'm part of. Hi, I'm Marty Sutter, president of Genoa Bank. For over 110 years, our bank has helped families buy and build their homes, and all that time, one thing hasn't changed. At Genoa Bank, we believe that when we put the mortgage needs first, the rest takes care of itself. Genoa Bank, taking your banking needs personally.
Well, once again here with Mr. Gladieux.
Mike, what's going on?
Hey, man. I tell you what, you got this new toy. We were having some fun and
Yeah, pretty awesome.
actually helping lawns too. We're the next couple of weeks we're going to be talking about getting the lawns ready, doing all the landscaping, and this is just one of those things. This is that perfect time of the year.
Right.
And if you're a golfer, you know all about aeration because they are aerating everything right now in October. But boy, this new machine and some other machines that you got that you can actually rent right here and do it yourself, it's just phenomenal.
Right, or we have guys that, have the commercial equipment that if you don't want to do it yourself, we can give you their names and they can do it, and they're very competitive, and they do a great job. So.
It's not that hard a job though. Well,
yeah, it depends on what you have to do, how you want to do it. We got two different machines here we showed you. I think you have some footage of it.
I made you do it.
Yeah, the ground's sort of soft right now, so it's a perfect time to aerate. If the ground's a little harder, the walk behind machine, it's tough on you.
It's rough.
You do a whole front yard, you do a space this big, you're going to be beat up if you're not used to it. If you're in good shape and stuff like you, working out all the time, you're going to be able to handle it no problem.
Sure.
But the
Surefire
Surefire
this would be
machine,
about the size of what I would have with my yard. Well, maybe not as big, but with that clay soil,
right.
And explain why we need to do this, because I don't think people get it.
You have to get nutrients down. This time of year, the grass is trying to grow deep. We already covered this before.
I know,
The roots are trying to get down deeper.
Right.
Because going into winter, it knows it needs to, it's getting colder. Those roots will try to, go deeper in the ground. So the key is you want to aerate, get nutrients down there, so those actually, the deeper they grow, the better off you're going to be on in the spring, the healthier your lawn's going to be. You want those roots to go, to go deep into the ground. So this sort of opens up the soil. You can overseed now, you can fertilize now. Once you aerate, it's a great time because you're getting the nutrients down in there versus just laying on the top. So you're getting that grass to grow down, those roots to grow deeper. So here's just a couple cores that we pulled here.
Yeah.
You see this core is a little shorter, and that's the walk behind machine. This is the ride-on machine. This core is a little bit longer, and this is actually, you can pull up to a 4-inch core. This is probably about maybe 2.5, 3 inches. This is probably 2.5.
Okay.
It's just, so with this you can adjust it and you can pull a deeper core if you want.
Now let me ask you this too, and I mean this is, folks, this is one of those keys to having a beautiful lawn.
Right.
I mean, it's
key to a healthy lawn, to be honest with you. It's
not costing you a lot of money.
You can fertilize all you want, but this is one of probably the most important things you'll do to your lawn.
Now,
quite frankly, no matter what fertilizer you put on it, all the time. This in the fall, you should aerate once a year. This is the most important thing you can do.
Now, what is like I'm in Rossford. We talked about it. It's very very hard soil over there. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest reasons. And I don't have a weed in my yard. And when I mow it, it looks like a bald head. It's perfect. I mean, it just looks beautiful. But it's not green. It's got a brown. It's brown. And is that all
Need
that
some
buildup
fertilizer
and stuff?
Yeah, you probably got thatch in there.
Yeah.
So you can dethatch. This will help sort of dethatch because you're pulling, all these cores out.
Right.
Which you can see here. I mean, most of it.
And you just
cores,
leave them there, right?
Yeah. Well, some people, they might want to go behind and pick them up. Most people don't. You leave them because what happens is these, especially over winter, they break down. I know when I aerated in the fall, come spring, these were all gone. They just break back down,
into the soil.
To topsoil. Yep. And these break down, so you don't have to pick them up. There's a few people I know that are pretty anal. My father being the one that I can really know. And he would go behind with like a lawn sweeper and try to pick up what he could pick up.
Gotcha.
To get some out of there, but it's actually healthy and good just to leave them there.
You're such a rebel.
Yeah, so, but it's just good. It gets, like I said, it gets that soil. You can get nutrients and stuff down there. Overseed, you'll spread some more seed down there.
Right.
And fertilize. Great time to get that fertilizer down in the grass, down in your lawn.
Normal size lawn, you probably could use the walk behind there, push one. How long of a process is it? A couple of hours maybe?
It depends. If you got a good sized lawn, I mean, this here is going to walk. It'd probably take you an hour to walk this, I would think, with that machine.
Sure.
At least.
This thing about
and
20
it walks,
minutes.
and you can get that going at a pretty good pace. This will do up to 2 acres an hour.
Oh my goodness.
So, and the nice thing is it's easy on you. You got to ride on it. Takes you maybe 5 minutes just to get the hang of the controls.
Yeah.
But once that's done, it's easy as pie. It's easy as, mowing your lawn, really.
Well, I did a little driving with it. I didn't do too bad, but I could have done a lot better. Now this
you didn't hit the fence, so
I
that's
did not
positive
hit the
thing.
fence, see? Now, is this going in the rental pool, or is this one?
Yeah, we rent this.
We're going to have one for rental.
Yeah, we rent this.
Fantastic.
Yeah, commercial guys will rent it from us. Individuals rent it from us. The biggest thing about aerating, before you aerate, a few things you need to know. If you have a sprinkler system,
right,
you need to mark your heads so you're not puncturing your heads.
Gotcha.
And then also if you call OOPS, which I'm sure you'll flash the number here on the screen for us,
Oh,
if you call them ahead of time, it's free. They will come out. You have to give them, I believe, a 48-hour notice.
I think it's 811, right, or something.
Yeah, yep, you can put it up there. And then they'll come out and mark all your lines before you would aerate. And the biggest thing you have to worry about, especially if you're, can I throw Buckeye cable out there?
Throw it out there.
Or Time Warner. Buckeye is known for, they don't bury their cable very deep.
Right.
So sometimes it's only a couple inches deep, a lot of cases. So if you don't mark it, you'll hit it.
Right.
And you go in the house after a nice Saturday, you want
You can't watch the show.
to aerate, you want to watch
yeah,
that
you
big
can.
football game, you'll get out and then your TV will be black. You'll say, what the
Go
world?
Browns.
Yeah, you won't be able to watch it.
Yeah, you're right.
But the biggest thing is have OOPS come out, mark any lines, and then, you know, you can always steer clear of those, go on either side of them, whatever.
See, that's what I
So-
like about you guys. You know, you're a local, everything, you just come out here, there's so many people that can answer questions, and I really
Yeah.
appreciate that, and you do a wonderful job.
Well, that's our
here.
job, you know, to help the customer through the project. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
It's all about service. We got the tools to do it.
He does, he really
Yep.
does. That's Ronnie's middle names. Tools to do it.
Yes. And then winterizer is a great fertilizer to use now. We talked about fertilization
Yep,
before,
yep.
but it's a slow release, so you know, it won't make it like grow crazy on you now. It'll release slowly over the winter.
Fantastic.
And then spring, all these little
Rabbit
plugs will
turds.
be gone and your lawn will be beautiful.
See how easy it is to get a wonderful lawn. Next couple of weeks, we're going to be aerating. We're going to be doing, I'm going to get a big bunch of topsoil from you. It's cheaper if I bring my truck here, my F-150,
That's right. You can pick it up. We'll load it up for you. You can haul it away and put it where you want it.
and it's good topsoil. I mean, it's the awesome stuff.
It's the best.
It
Yep.
is
A
great.
lot of landscapers come here and buy it, and we have two different products. One's a little more organic, they call it. It's
Right.
a little finer than the other. They're both good products, though. It depends on sort of what you're doing.
I need to
So-
find a boat about this big, about 6 feet tall, an old beat-up boat.
Oh, you talk
I
about
know.
boats all the time.
Yeah, because I'm going to put it in the middle.
Do you want to take
and-
all your money and you just want to throw it in there? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, I don't have any money.
Oh,
But
okay.
we're going to throw that in there and put flowers and everything in it, and that's going to be like the centerpiece of what I'm doing. See, an old beat-up rowboat.
Well, Mike, I know rowboats in your thoughts, but I guess I can end the show on. I'll donate you a toilet so you can set it in your front yard and you can plant flowers in that. Okay? How's that? That work?
Woo! Now, does it have one of them new fancy flushers on it?
No.
Because I'll
It'd
probably
be an
put that
old
in the
one.
house then.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladieux.
Gladieux Home Center, a hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store, a place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home, and Gladieux is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladieux Home Center.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Want to take back control? A Generac home standby generator protects your home against power outages every second of every day, all year long, automatically, whether you're home or away. Control your power, control your life with a Generac home standby generator.
For a free estimate, call Schneider Sons Electric, 419-691-8284. Bench's Greenhouse and Nursery in Elmore, Ohio is a proud sponsor of Northwest Ohio Athletics. Our spacious greenhouse area has what you need for your outdoor beautification projects. With great specials and those hard-to-find plants, shrubs, and trees, Bench's Greenhouse and Nursery takes the guesswork out of planning and maintaining your favorite garden and more. Bench's Greenhouse and Nursery. Call them today, 419-862-3596. At Genoa Custom Interiors, we provide quality service at competitive prices. We offer a variety of flooring and interior design options customized to fit your needs. From carpets to hardwood, no matter what type of flooring you desire, we have what you want. Our designers will show you how to set up furniture, flooring, window treatments. Contact us today for a free estimate for any of our interior design, installation, and services. Genoa Custom Interiors. Folks, I'm here with Frank Komives, and Frank's a dear friend. It's helped us out with our high school sports broadcast with Genoa Jewelers. And look, he's got the Mr. T gold chain on right there. But there's one thing Frank Komives can do that I'm just amazed by. And Frank, this little goat right here, this was 69 GTO, right?
Yes, 65.
65. Oh yeah, the headlights there.
Yeah.
You know, and I just had a little time on the show, and I wanted to come out here. We're at Pennant County, and this has got to be one of the biggest shows I have ever seen. And it's given me an idea. Next summer, we're gonna have to put some kind of car show on TV to spotlight these beautiful cars. You did a wonderful job with this car,
Yeah.
and it's always a big winner too.
Yes, it is.
Now, what's the latest win that you've had?
Let's see, it'll be at the Rec Center, the Labor Fest there, and then Ottawa County Life or Refuge.
Yeah, but you get these
Flat.
big trophies.
Big
these
truck, 4-footers.
Ah, you're worth it. You're worth it.
3-footer and a 4-footer this year.
Oh, tell us a little bit about this
Well,
beast. I'll tell you, it's a gorgeous car.
1965, and
You literally rebuild it from the ground up.
Yeah, it's a 400 block engine, punched out to a 461.
Yeah, I know you did that.
And a 5-speed transmission, new rear end, new gas tank. Everything's new in it. It seems like everything's new.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This is something that, I mean, it's a dream. It's not like you say you'll never sell this. It's your baby.
Right.
I mean, there's hundreds of cars out here today.
Right.
Is that the kind of thing that most of these guys, it's just in their heart, that's their baby, maybe brings back memories? I know this brings back memories
Right.
for you.
Right, yes, yes it does.
When you used to get in trouble back in
Well,
Bowling Green, huh?
19 years old, you know, you gotta watch out.
Dad got you one of these when you were 19?
No, I worked for it.
Oh, good
I
for you.
worked
God
for it.
love you, man. God love you. Now, with these shows and everything, and like I said, there are just so many cars out here. It's incredible. What kind of stands you apart? Like, you know, your paint. Did you do all your own painting on
No,
this?
I did not paint the car. It was painted when I bought the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
So
was
you
painted.
kept it that good.
Yes, and the paint job is actually 10 years old.
Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
perfect. I don't
So-
see. It's gorgeous.
It doesn't get out into the bad weather, of course. No salt.
Well, you know, I haven't dated for 20 years now, so when I finally start dating again,
Uh-huh.
can I borrow this one night?
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
I get a maybe. I see. I didn't even think we'd go there with that. I really didn't think so. Well, Frank, I can't thank you enough. Genoa Jewelers is down in beautiful Genoa on Main Street, and you're the guy that can fix anything.
Right.
You got to make me a Mr. T starter kit.
Yeah, I can
want
make
one.
you a ring too. So.
Oh, look at these beautiful rings. He's
GTO
got
ring.
it all. These are the people that keep Toledo Sports Network and Let's Fix Her up going. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, sir.
Thank you.
Beautiful car, and I hope you win something tonight.
Yeah, me too. It's always nice to win.
Yes.